Hello, welcome back to new episode. In this series, uh, I have planned to address number of issues of national international importance. The basic objective is to generate awareness, concern, concept, analytical ability, and of course, a very you can say uh, concerned generation. They should not be self-centered. Everyone should think of at least 5 people of this country in order to justify their own life as asset. Today I am in a very different mood, I tell you frankly. Instead of in this episode, instead of discussing any topic of national international importance which I would be discussing, I would be addressing with viewpoints, different viewpoints in course of this series. But in this episode, I would like to address personality, personality development, because along with while traveling all across India, right from Jammu Kashmir to Kerala, uh, Tamil Nadu, right from Assam, Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat, Maharashtra. While addressing what you say the most ambitious youth of India for different reason, I have realized one thing, and that way I feel really grateful to them and I'm very thankful to God and grateful to God that number of candidates come close to me after the session. They want some personal session, like they share, sir, do I have that personality to become an IAS officer? Sir, uh, I feel low, I don't have that much of family background, sir. Should I appear for this exemption? Or, sir, is it not my cup of tea? Is it really my cup of tea? So lots of questions. We refer number of times that personality, like that he is very dominating personality, some very dictating personality, some very graceful personality. At the same time, we sometimes speak about someone that defunct personality he is. So unimpressive he is. How does he dare to think of such a big post or big services? This one thing, because I have almost completed more than 2 decades. And it's not question of decades I am sharing time and again. It's a question of that, yes, it's a very hardcore realization I'm making every day. It's really my passion. It's not my profession. It's my passion to know youth of this country before handing over baton to them, because our generation now going to hand over baton to them. And we want to be very sure that, yes, they will go faster than us. Because of that reason, I would like to discuss this issue with you really. See, first thing, what do you understand by personality? This question comes in your mind. Personality is one simple thing, that is your line of thinking. It has nothing to do with your, what you say, height, complexion, nothing. If height had been so important, Amir Khan would not have been recognized in film industry. Is very short. Napoleon would not have been in the pages of history. But Napoleon, no need of any, nothing to, what to talk about Napoleon. So it's a question of not your physical height, it's a question of your ideological height. So the basic core of any personality is his line of thinking or her line of thinking. And the line of thinking has one prefix, one suffix. One prefix, that your line of thinking develops by your making. Making does mean your family background, your surrounding, the way you have been groomed. Because you find number of times that if son of a farmer who have seen poverty from very close quarter, once he become IAS officer, he loves to address people uh, who are generally on receiving it. But a son and daughter of top class bureaucrats or having very rich background, they are not deliberately doing so, but they have hardly any, they hardly extend their hand to common man, because they are not able to understand what exactly is poverty, as poverty cannot be conceived in terms of concept by sitting in an AC room. This is it. So line of thinking is the core issue in personality, and it is prefixed by your making and it is suffixed by your skill of communication, because number of times whatever you think you are not able to communicate to, not able to write to. This is very common problem. This is very common problem. How to improve it? This is my core issue today, and I will within short while I would like to share with you. First thing, see, all those countries in the world which sustain crisis at one or other point of time has emerged very strong country, as crisis is the best teacher of life. No teacher can excel crisis. You are a very gifted person if you have sustained crisis, whether it is financial crisis, emotional crisis, social crisis, whatever type of crisis you have sustained. But there are two types of people. 80% people lie down, they melt down, but 20% are lion and lioness. Crisis make them very strong, and once they come out of that crisis, they become very confident, very confident. Take example of USA. Why are they so confident? They came out of great economic recession in 1930, and because of that, Mr. Barack Hussein Obama, while addressing after taking oath as president of USA first time, he said only few lines that yes, we Americans know how to come out of crisis. Today also we are in crisis, but it is nothing to worry about because we know how to come out of crisis, as we have earlier done it and now we can do it. Yes, we can. And this has become so super hit everywhere, like अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं. Yes, it touched heart of people. आने वाले हैं. There is no time frame, of course. Nobody can give you time frame अच्छे दिन, as there is no definition of अच्छे दिन. जब अच्छे दिन आएंगे, उससे भी अच्छे दिन हम चाहते हैं. We are not going to satisfy by one good day. Good day should be the better day should be the best day. There is no definition of the best day. But yes, this is what you say. Your line of thinking is very much related to your making, and your making is related to what I am talking about, that if your life is very smooth, had been very smooth, your line of thinking would never be intense. It never be so impactful. I tell you very frankly, it may be bitter. Unless, why so? You see, if you see cardiograph of a live person, it keeps bouncing, Life is full of adventure, ups and downs in life. This is life. And in practical, you will find lots of people who play so safe. They always want very smooth life, no bouncy roads, no up and down, very smooth, very comfort. They always very fond of having comfort level in their life, very comfortable in their life. That means they expect a straight line in their life. And on cardiograph, if you ask any doctor, if the line goes straight, the person is dead. His face is covered and doctor says sorry, he is no more. So life does mean ventures, life does mean adventures, ups and downs. Accept it positively, accept it and take it accordingly. I am not giving any prophetic lecture to you, but yes, I do have every right to say so, because I myself, of course, then only I know. At the same time, I have seen youth of India from very close quarter, that yes, all those who are rankers, all those who have led, they had at one point or other point of time, they had difficult conditions. When you speak to a person, sir, these days I'm very low, sir. Very good, yeah? Very good? Yes, very good. Because you say, these days you are low. That does mean generally you fly high. Because of that, you are able to realize you are low. Had you been flying generally low, you would have said, sir, these days I am feeling very nice off. Have you ever seen any person saying, these days I am feeling very nice off? Few, exception it is. But majority, those who are very sensible, sometimes they feel low and they share with their friends. I feel very low these days. Very good, these days. That does mean earlier you fly high. If you are flying low, tomorrow you would be again flying high. And this is the life. Accept it. Accept it. then only you are lion and lioness from inside, and you can do wonders in your life, because one has got only one life to lead. Only one life to lead. Every day we are passing, this is so precious. This is it. This is it. It is a celebration really. Celebration really. It's a question of reason to smile. You are always after reason to smile. If you got hurt one day, suppose, got hurt one day, if you have no reason to smile, you always try to find a reason to cry. You start condemning God. Oh God, you are after me, I am in pain, this, that. On the contrary, the person of positive thinking, what he says, oh thank God, there is no fracture. If it is fracture, thank God, I did not lose my leg. If he lost the leg, thank God, I am still surviving. And if he is dead, thank God, I am with you. This is the way, reason to smile, I tell you. And that's why you will find number of people who are in very stress, even then you will find them always meeting people with high energy. They are like uranium-235 always, not uranium-238. They themselves stay energetic, dynamic, and whosoever meet them, stay with them, they feel really influenced. Yes, you should be a kind of person, whether you are doctor, engineer, or bureaucrat, or a political master. You should be a kind of person that at the end of the day, when some people are very keen to see you, still you are very full of life, very keen to see them. It does not mean that you should not get tired. One should not get tired. Everybody get tired. But the question is, getting tired or not getting tired, it totally depends that whether you are doing something forcefully or whether you are doing something willfully. Whatever is your profession, suppose you are a media person, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you will find lots of people, they enjoy their life like anything. At the end of the day, when you will find them full of energy. If you ask them, whole day you had been working, even then you had no, how do you maintain this energy? What is your diet pattern? He smiles. No diet pattern here, nothing to do with diet pattern. I enjoy my profession as I feel like I am made for it. Because of that, it's like that. And those who are literally forcing themselves to work for, they will never enjoy. I would like to share one thing with you. See, one thing, just in 1 minute I would like to share. See, in one very extreme summer day, one truck loaded with sand parked at one point, and driver was asking all the workers to unload immediately as we have to get back. The workers were so tired, they were literally, oh my God, just wait for some time, yeah. We are also very much tired. They were literally hitting their head that yes, again they have to unload, because they were taking that work as their compulsion. Meanwhile, some village kids came there, and village kids, they are not kids groomed in Born Vita. They are kids, village kids, just village food they had. Strong, half naked, strong, sporty. And one of the kids came to driver. Driver sir, can we unload? Get out, driver says. Get out. How will you be? No, no, please. You just make it inclined. We will unload it. Really? Yes, we will. Let us unload it, sir. The driver smiled and he opened. And the kids started playing over the sand. You might have played, I also played. And playing on sand, all the sand within short while unloaded. And again the kid jumping back to driver and asking, when next truck is coming, sir? And meanwhile, the workers sitting, waiting for unloading, they were really surprised that these kids in this extreme summer, why are they not getting tired? The difference is, you are taking as compulsion, they are taking as passion. They are enjoying it. They are enjoying it because of that. Because of that, you will find a person of age of 83 years, 93 years. They look like 25 years young person because they enjoy their profession. There are so many people, so many people. And on the other hand, you will find certain young man or woman of 25 years of age, they look like 75 years of age, because they never enjoy their life. They always feel like that, oh, working hard whole day, it's a really very difficult, this difficult, traffic is so, congestion is so, the suffocating environment, law and order is bad, this, that, always condemning the situations. And because of that, no positive thought comes in their mind. So one thing, first, your making whatever it is, you can, your making does influence, but at the same time, your making influences your line of thinking. You cannot change your making, but you can change your line of thinking by not changing your making, but by listening to some great speakers. Like if you listen to some speeches of Mr. Nelson Mandela, read Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sam Nujoma, Kofi Annan, Barack Hussein Obama. If you, there are so many. Bill Clinton, while speaking, Bill Gates. There are millions of people standing on Gates, but he is Bill Gates. And his parent, you do know, he had very humble background, and see the passion where he is. He had no formal education, and see today he has millions of employees working under him as IT professional. He himself is not an IT engineer, but he has that passion. This is it. That makes a lot. So whenever I meet young people of this country, I really try to find out that whether you are young by age or young by thought, it matters. If you are young by thought, you will stay young always, and you will do wonders before saluting the world. Everyone has to salute the world, and I have also the same passion that I must make remarkable difference in the life of many people of India, millions of people of India, through this way or that way, before saluting this world. Yes, I should pay back partially. I know nobody can pay back completely, but I should pay back. This is what I say, that your making could not be changed, but your line of thinking could be changed by listening to great leaders, by reading great articles, and that improves your communication also. How to improve communication? One thing, you always make it a point that in a week, at least once in a week, sit before mirror and speak to yourself. Speak to self. See what your body language is. How do you speak to? You ask yourself, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. How do you define that it is fine? Nothing went wrong, so because of that I say it is fine day. Okay, so you are afraid of getting anything wrong? Yes. Then how long can you sustain? You should accept whether it is positive, whether it is negative. Accept it, because acceptance is the solution and rejection is the problem. See, if you read one article of Mary Parker Follett, she is management thinker and she is regarded as prophet in the world of management. That too by a great man in world of management, Mr. Peter Drucker, who referred Mary Parker Follett as prophet of management. What she says, do you know? Marvelous. It touches. She says that there has to be conflict in life. If there are two people or many people, or there is conflict with self also. And conflicts are nothing but friction. And friction can create music and noise as well. She cited example of violin. By playing violin, it is friction that creates music. So she says, when friction can create music and noise as well, why don't you exercise option of music? Why don't you create music out of the friction? If you understand Hindi, I would say, there is a song, मैं फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया. This is very powerful positive thinking. It's really touching. On the other hand, you must have heard a song, or might have heard, I don't know, तेरी दुनिया में दिल लगता नहीं, वापस बुला ले, उठा ले. चला जा यार, किस लिए कंडेम कर रहा है वर्ल्ड को? तेरे को प्रॉब्लम है, तू जा. Your liability over this planet. Already we are over flooded, overcrowded. Jao. So, what kind of circle you have, that also makes your personality. So I tell you one thing, and this is all what I'm talking about, line of thinking, communication, making of personality, it is nothing academic. It's a really applied. I cited one example of Mary Parker Follett because that's a really beautiful example. It touches everyone. And one thing I would say, number of times what happens that you ask question, sir, I am very much scared. What? Why? Sir, examination is approaching and if I don't qualify, sir. Yes, there is if and but. Another name of life, another name of history is if and but. Had Baram Khan not shot into the eye of Hemu, the history would have been different. This is it. This is life. And everything is not within your control. You think of only those factors which are within your control and you'll be doing wonderful job. You see, one, of course, bitter example I would like to share with you, that I'm flying to Hyderabad, Banglore, Trivandrum, wherever I'm flying to, addressing every weekend. I'm always thinking of, I'm engrossed in my plan for the next day, enjoying myself, listening music or whatever. I'm just sharing, why should I think of whether plane is going to land or going to crash? That is not my business. I can't do anything. If it is going to crash, let it be. Let it be. It doesn't come in mind even. It doesn't come that yes, because that factor is beyond my control. And so I am sharing with you as a very good friend of yours that you think of only those factors which are within your control. Don't think of those factors which are out of your control. And you justify which are within your control, then your soul would be nice. You would be feeling very nice. Yes, I have done my level best. Rest up to God. You say up to God, that means belief, and I think it is foolishness. I don't accept God. Forget it. If you don't accept God, you may be accepting belief. No, I don't. I always believe in logic. It's not possible. No, I am a student of mathematics. I am a student of science. I always believe in logic. I never bother belief. I ask you one question. Soul of science is mathematics, and even mathematics is based on belief. You might be reacting. I'm not able to hear you, but I can anticipate. But I tell you, don't you start your mathematical problem by suppose x is equal to y. This is suppose. If I'm not ready to suppose, how will you prove it? This is supposition. You are asking me to suppose. Supposition is nothing but belief. Some people, if I am worshipping Kashi Vishwanath, Lord Shiva, by pouring milk or water over there. For some people, as you might have seen one movie, Oh My God, in which they have focused on that so much of milk is being wasted. This is one point of view. Another point of view is, if we are getting from nature, we should learn to give also. So it's a symbolic of giving. It's not symbolic of wasting. This is the reason number of times you will find mother gives a packet of biscuit to her kid and then asking the kid, give one biscuit to me also. That means she is trying to impart training to that kid. Learn to give also if you are exercising your right to have it. This is it. So this is all, and you say, no, milk, what it is, it's not nature, it's we can make it. I tell you one question, I give you one rose flower. You are a chemical engineer, you know all the content. Can you make a rose in factory? Tell me, can you make a rose in factory? No. There are a number of things which cannot be made in factory. But their contents we know, but we are not able to make it. Had it been so, this planet is having 71% water body, we would not have been struggling for drinking water. We are purchasing water. Can you believe if somebody had been on other planet, they would have been ridiculous to us, laughing over us, that if the planet is having 71% water body, even then people are purchasing water and struggling for drinking water? How is it? Simply, everything is, that is it. That is it. So, belief, it is also supposition, it generates confidence in you and totally depends on your point of view. As I cited example that I am pouring milk over Lord Shiva. For one person it may be simply calcium carbonate. He is laughing over me that it is simply calcium carbonate. You are fool and you are making other fool by pouring water or pouring milk over there. I would say, you see, it question of whether you look at Lord Shiva or whether you look at as calcium carbonate. It totally depends on whether what approach you have. It's a question of what kind of integrated circuit fitted in you. Don't you think you are not able to hear the voice next to the wall? And your cell, your mobile phone is able to hear if someone is speaking in USA. Why so? Your mobile is having that IC, which IC you are missing. Likewise, I am able to see Lord Shiva in that calcium carbonate because I have that IC in me. That IC is yet to develop in you, or you are not letting IC develop. Because of that, you are looking at Lord Shiva just like a calcium carbonate. One thing, belief. Who are you? It is belief. Who is your father? It is belief. Who is your mother? It is belief. How do you know that such and such is your father and such is your mother? How do you know? You accepted because family member made you understand that yes, they are your parents. Likewise, first thing, belief. Charity begins from home. So belief, confidence also begin from self. Always think of those factors, whatever you plan, you make out the factors influencing the plan and be sure that you are able to justify the level best. Whatever are within your control, you would be on the top of your ambition. Or else, if you don't learn to believe, forget it. Really. It may be bitter, but yes. Charity begins from home, so confidence begins from self. And unless you have confidence, you can do nothing. God bless. Take it sportingly, not as something high sounding in a day-to-day life. Thank you. God bless.